Hi, my name's Edgar.
Hi, I'm Ernesto Apodaca, and I'm part of the search committee for the financial aid office consular position, and I'll be asking you a series of questions. The first part will be in English, and the second part will be in Spanish.
Absolutely.
So, the first question says, tell me about yourself.
Absolutely. This semester I will be graduating with a bachelor's degree in Spanish and a minor in psychology. And I've been working at the financial aid department over 2 years now as a professional staff. And throughout this long journey here at CI, I've kind of learned and discovered a new passion, a new career goal that I want to pursue, which is becoming hopefully a financial aid director in the future. But and the reason being that I got that spark or that new pathway for my career would be because of my experience here at CI. I mean, from getting involved with the community as a student leader to getting involved as a professional staff, and being that mentor and that stepping stone for any student that wants to pursue a higher education degree, and knowing that there is available sources for them. I mean, that's brilliant. Telling that to an AB 540 student, a dreamer, or telling that to anyone that comes from a low income background or a disadvantaged background, letting them know that there's resources for them. I mean, for me personally, it made a big contribution just because I come from a first generation background, from a single household parent, and just knowing that there is actually help out there to be able to pursue my career in the future is just a great stepping stone. So I guess that's why my new pathway would be higher education, especially in the financial aid field.
Thank you. The second question, what are your long-term goals, and how are you planning to achieve them?
Perfect. Well, like I said before, my long-term goal is eventually become a director at a financial aid institution. And the reason being it's because currently I'm working, like I said, working in the financial aid department, and through it I am so amazed on how the director organizes and manages a department, and not only because of what they do and their leadership skills, but the contributions that they do. I know that they go into Washington, D.C. and advocate for our students. I was part of student government, and I like getting involved at the national level and state level when it comes to advocating for more funding for different programs like Pell Grant, increasing the Pell Grant program. I think that's actually a big stepping stone, because, I mean, the Pell Grant program is essentially to target those that are coming from the low income background. And I think by increasing it more, I mean, it gives them more funding for their education, which eventually we're talking about students that are working two jobs and they're trying to make ends meet. I mean, if they would have that extra funding, I mean, they could probably work less hours and focus more on their studies. And so, I mean, I think that's the main concept of being an advocator, a true advocator for not only just the first generation students, but at all students. Like, we're talking about middle class students. We're talking about those students that, for some reason, like, and I'm gonna use quote unquote, they're not too poor, but they're not too rich. Those people in the middle that kind of fall in the cracks, like, what do they get? You know, and that's what directors do. They eventually go advocate for them, and of course, they oversee and manage an office. So eventually, I want to go into that. And I guess my first stepping stone before I become everything like that in the long run is first getting experience at a specialist level, which I'm currently having, and then my next step would be going into a counselor position, which is the reason why I'm applying. Just because I feel like as a financial specialist, I've learned the ins and outs of processing and knowing what the program entails. And the counselor level, I think I'd be able to connect with students more, and I guess, and gain that skill of being a guidance counselor or mentor to someone, and help them with the literacy of financial aid, because financial aid can be a complex world if you don't understand the literacy of it. And I think that's one of my other stats or my goals, is to basically become a counselor, become a guidance for them, and then maybe in the future pursue a master's program with organization leadership or in counseling, honestly.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the third question would be, why should I hire you?
I think I have the set in skills and knowledge when it comes to financial aid, understanding the policy and procedure, understanding the programs, and not only that, but I think I also have the people skill person when it comes to connecting with students and be able to relate with them and understanding where they're coming from and what their needs and wants are. I also, according to the different experiences that I have, I've learned to indulge myself in on how to become a better person in terms of being an excellent coworker, on being a perfect mentor by being showing empathy and relaying on letting them know exactly what the resources are. And at times, I think I'm also at times financial aid can't really please anyone. It can't really please everyone at the same time, and sometimes you need to let them know and educate them on this is why you don't qualify for this grant, or unfortunately you missed the deadline because of X, Y, and Z. And understanding that, I think financially it's a tough world where you need to be thick-skinned and at the same time be empathetical, because you need to let them know exactly that there's policies, procedures, but at the same time I feel like there's always a way, there's always scholarships, there's always something out there. And I think with that experience that I have as a professional staff, I think I can guide them with that. And in regards to my experience as a student worker, I've gained obviously to become more organized and very detailed orientated. So I think I have the set in skills and knowledge when it comes to the financial aid world.
Okay, thank you. For you, what are some advantages and disadvantages of working in a team environment?
Okay, well, I would say that the advantages of working in a team environment is key. Honestly, you can't really move a department without your team, honestly. So I think that's the advantage. The advantage is that, one, you kind of learn to lead. As a leader, you learn to lead from the front, from the middle, and from the back. You move as one, and I feel like that's the beauty of it. If you work together collaboratively with everyone on your team to decimate or to create a vision or to create a goal, a mission, or a purpose to students, then I think that's the beauty of it. And working together to making sure that someone else's dreams come true when it comes to pursuing their education or their career goal. And disadvantage, I don't think there's any disadvantage. The only thing would be maybe the different personalities that you deal with at the office, but I mean that's everywhere you go, honestly.
Oh, thank you. So that concludes our first part of the interview in English. So the second part will be in Spanish.
Okay.